I like muting you guys during a strength class because in case you guys start to curse or scream out my name in anger or just be like, oh my God, my legs hurt. Well, I can't hear it. Sorry. Just kidding. Hopefully it won't be that kind of class. So welcome to Body Weight Strength. This is a muscle targeted class, focused class. But you also like work your heart, right? So our heart rate's going to get up a little bit. Please feel free to modify any of the movements. Take water breaks at any time. It is 30 minutes. I'm going to be moving nonstop for 30 minutes, but you can take breaks anytime. All right, let's get started. I like to warm up. So if you've been sitting for a while or most of the day, you want to ease into this workout. So we're going to spend about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes just getting the blood flowing in our body, slowly easing our heart rate up little by little, increasing body temperature, increasing range of motion. We'll be doing lots of squats, lunges, push-ups, planks, things that we can do with our body weights. If you happen to have dumbbells and you don't want to do push-ups on your wrist, you can grab dumbbells and do some chest presses on the floor. So again, feel free to modify any of the movements. Good. Let's take our knees out to the side, open up those hips. Lift the knees a little higher than the hips so that you really work the hip flexors here. So I do have everyone on mute. If you have any questions, you can write it in chat. I'll see it pop up and I'll go over and read it. If you have a specific question, know that I will answer speaking, so everyone will know your question anyway. So if there's a private question, feel free to message me at the end of class and we can talk about it post-class. And by private, I mean not like a personal question, but a question about maybe something that's only applicable to like an injury of yours or something. All right, let's squat. It's a chilly day here in Boston, so I am in long sleeves until I warm up. Toes and knees turned out slightly, tracking to maybe the corners of the room. Dropping your butt to about just above knee height. Let me show you this profile here. You want to keep that chest up, spine in neutral as much as possible. It's a preference of yours if you want to drop your butt below your knees, but it's not critical to call it a squat. About 90-degree knee bend is good. So getting movement in our knees, our hips, our ankles. Keep weight in those heels as you drop your butt back and down. Do a couple more. And then I'm going to show you lunges from the side view. Take one leg in front, the other leg nice long stride back. This back leg hip flexor is going to feel a nice little stretch as you lower the back knee to about ankle heights. Both legs are hip distance apart. My hips are square to the side wall here. So you want to square those hips to whichever wall you're facing. I happen to be turned sideways and I'm looking sideways, but you should stare straight ahead and keep your head and neck aligned with your spine. Let's do about 8 more. Pressing through my front heel to stand, and not on my back heel, and balance on the balls of my feet. Oh, oops, almost lost some balance there. 2, and switch sides. Good. So I'm doing about 16 reps, and I'll be doing 16 reps about everything, but know that a number is like mostly about finding a rep range that challenges most people. So if you're not feeling challenged by 16 reps, you may need to do a few more. And if you're feeling complete fatigue by 10 reps, then you're going to stop at 10. When I do reps, I might be moving a little faster than you, a little slower than you, which is why the numbers aren't the most critical part about this workout. The most critical part is that we pay attention to technique cues, feel the right muscles working. We don't want to have any pain or strain. We want to feel muscles working, which is very different from pain. Last 2. All right, if we get into our plank, let's wake up our midsection here. Abs, glutes, quads, all of that contracted together. Hold our spine and pelvis in neutral position. That's all. A lot of our core muscles right there. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Reach the heels to the back of the room. Butt hits at about shoulder height. And let's take 5 breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As slowly and deeply as you can. In and out. Couple more breaths. And last breath. Yeah, we're going to do push-ups, and push-ups are moving length. So if you want to do push-ups on your knees, you can drop to your knees, take your hands wider than the width of the yoga mats. We're going to lower our chest to elbow heights. That's our push-up. Inhale down, exhale up. Eye gaze on the floor. Chest aims for the floor. If there's an imaginary line between your thumbs, that's where the chest would end up if you went all the way down to the ground. Give me about 4 more here. I'm going to alternate between lower body and upper body, but sometimes I do a combination move. So for instance, wow, I have hair everywhere. Oh gosh, it never ends. So this first move is actually a combination move with a lunge and a push-up. All right, shake out those wrists. So it doesn't really matter which leg you pick. I'm going to step back with my front leg, go into a lunge. I'm going to then take my hands, put on the floor. The leg that's in front, I'm going to kick it back. And you can do your push-up like this. You can come to your knees. Come back up. You're going to stick that same leg in front. The leg that was just there. Bend that back knee, come into the lunge, and stand. Whew, hopefully. It's actually kind of hard to do it slowly. Hopefully you have your balance. You want your feet hip width distance apart, right? 2 different training tracks. We're going to do 8 times on each side. So this will be 8 lunges on one leg, 8 lunges the other leg. There's going to be 16 total push-ups. But the push-ups are really broken up by the lunge. So it's not like you're doing consecutive push-ups, okay? All right, that first one didn't count as a practice. Here we go. Lunge, hands down, feet back, push up, feet forward, and lift. I'm going to give other options too. If you want, besides doing knee push-ups, you can kick that leg back and keep it lifted for a single leg push-up. Then you know which leg is moving forward again and up. That was 2. 3. Same leg. So you can either put the foot down, drop to the knees, single leg. So shoot that leg straight back. 4. So we have 4 more on this side. I'm doing a really good job of counting because I don't want to do any extra of this one. Usually I do these and I'm like, oh, I don't really care if I do this extra. Oh, here's our 7. How our lunge is looking, how our push-ups looking. And 8. Good. Switch legs. So let's put the other leg in front. Cool. Ready? This is our other leg. Everyone switch legs? Here we go. Push up number 1 on the other leg. Good. Lift that chest to vertical. 2. 3. Good. Keep those abs nice and braced. All right. I'm halfway done with this leg. So we got 4 more left. Do you feel more in the arms or more in the legs? 3 more left. Probably more in the arms because generally our legs are a lot stronger than our arms. I forgot to mention, feel free to play music at your place. I'm not playing music here so I can not yell over the music. Okay. Take a break. Get some water. All right, so I don't have music here, but that doesn't mean you can't play music. All right, I'm guessing the upper body is more fatigued than the lower body. We're going to do just lower body workout. So here is your squats, which you've seen before. You're going to step back into a lunge. Again, I know, but this is leg focus. So I feel like our lunges You're gonna feel your legs a lot more in these lunges. So lunge, squat, up and down. Lunge, other leg, right into the squat, up and down. That's the low impact option. Here's the high impact option. Lunge, in, out, in. So I go from hip distance, out to a jack, back into a more narrow squat because you're going to step back into the lunge. Okay? Have we started? Yeah. So option 1, up, down, lunge, up, down, or lunge, out, in, lunge, out, in. So this is probably our 5th lunge on the right leg, 5th on the left. I'm counting. You guys are just going to go until I say stop, right? Isn't that how it works? I'm doing a jack, but I'm keeping my knees really soft. I'm not walking my knees out like that, right? So I'm basically kind of doing a squat jack, jumping squat jack. All right, 2 more in each leg here. Of course, you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say I lost count. But the important thing is that we feel our muscles burn. No matter what option you did, you felt your glutes, your lunges, and your butt. All right, so now we're going to do push-ups. Oh, so usually I do 2 sets of everything. I'm not going to do a second set of that lunge into the push-up thing. That on its own was just its own special thing. All right, but this we are going to do a second set. We're going to do a T push-up. So on your knees, we can start together. If you know what a T push-up is, you can do it on your toes too. Do a push-up. You push off here. The T is with my arms, like a capital T. All right, and then on the toes, it looks like this. And if you want a little more challenge, you can do a push-up, come to a T, you can lift the top leg. Okay, that's an option. Lots of fun options here. Top leg lift. If you want, you can do a bottom leg lift. How does that look? So usually when I do a bottom leg lift, I kind of counterbalance by reaching my top arm forward too. So that is another option. Bottom leg lift, reach forward. Let me show that to you again. Bottom leg lift is a little trickier because my bottom leg is behind right now, so I got to bring it through, lift. I'm not actually reaching it up. I'm reaching more forward. Whereas when you do the top leg, you can just lift it straight up and not forward. If you lift the top leg forward, you're just gonna fall. There's nothing holding you really from keeping you from falling forward. So if you're doing a top leg lift, it's gonna go straight up. If you're doing a bottom leg lift, it goes forward. But really, find what challenges you. Kind of bring out these push-ups here. And again, if you're doing it on your knees, like this, you can lift the top leg, but you can't lift the bottom leg. All right? That's okay. If you're on your knees, you can lift the top leg, but obviously because you're on your knees, you wouldn't be able to lift it, the bottom leg. Well, you could, but then you wouldn't have the knee there anymore. All right, I believe this is close to 16 push-ups. Spent all this time talking and obviously not counting. So if in doubt, what do I say? Do 2 more? Okay. Do 1 more. Ugh. And now it's time. Now it's time to take off the jacket. Okay. Hey guys, good news. We're halfway done with class. It's already 5:44. Okay, back to our lunge. So make sure you step back into a lunge. I'm showing you the side view here. Step back into a lunge. Your squat jump, lunge, or stand up. So what I don't want to see is like a quick tap back and a tap back. Okay? We want to lunge. We want to squat. Lunge. Squat. Lunge. Squat. Let me show you an angle here. All right, I think there's about 4 on each side so far. Fifth one. If you guys don't trust my counting, which you shouldn't, you can count on your own. Stop when you're ready. Feel fatigued. Take your break. Join in. You like it. We are doing those push-ups again for round 2. It'll be a little faster, I swear. That will count. Okay, that's good. Calling it. Okay. Hit the leg list if you want. I know there can be a lot of wrists. All the pressure is on one wrist when you're at side planks. So you have the option to do push-ups on your knees the whole time and not lifting the side plank. All right, here we go. 1 and 2 into the T, and 3, 4. Don't move so quickly you lose your balance if you're doing a leg lift. 5. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right, 6 more. You can do this. Don't worry about keeping the leg perfectly straight if you're lifting it. The fact that you're lifting it is really good. Two more. You got this, you got this. Make sure you're breathing. Ugh. Okay. All right. Back to, actually we're gonna do some abs. We're gonna get off our wrist. We'll give our legs a break. Do abdominal focused. Now, one thing I like to do a lot of is obliques. All right, so that's our rotation. So here we're on the ground. Rotate. Now, you can have one foot on the floor. Turn towards the knee that's coming up. Okay, my shoulder blades are off the ground. Come to this option. Shoulder blades are off the ground. What I mean is you don't want to roll all around on your shoulder blades and then come and prop yourself up on one shoulder. Right? You're not working your abs. You've got to lift everything up and keep it lifted. So you can extend the leg off the floor. Option 2, right? Lots of options. Lower the angle, more challenging. Option 2 is also reaching to the sky. Now, what's going to create more challenge ultimately is straightening our legs. So here my knees are bending. I'm going to bend it less, bend it less, bend it less, bend it less. See, I'm barely bending now. And now both legs are straight. So this is my bent knee that's still coming in towards my torso, and I'm directing my body, my opposite shoulder towards that knee. It's not about the elbows touching the knee. Don't even worry about that. Just get that rotation in. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. More ab work here. That's also like a push-up work. So we're on our hands and knees. Tricep push-ups. My elbows are tucked in nice and tight. So let me show you from the front. See, my elbows are really close to my body. This elbow's not going out. My hands are not wide. If you want to do chest push-ups, which is what we have been doing, go ahead. So I have my knees underneath my hips. All right. Are you ready for this? Okay. So this is the basic tricep push-up. I want you to do this on repeat 16 times. If you want to add leg challenge, pop that leg up. So what this does is it increases the work felt toward your arms because the weight of your leg is kind of pushing you this way. All right, so I'm alternating. So like think of it as a hamstring curl. Hamstring curl. Lift your butt, squeeze your butt to extend the hip, and then pull your heel toward your butt. Don't worry about a 90-degree knees. Just lift as high as you can, curl as much as you can. You kick your own butt, you kick your own butt. But that's where you're gonna feel a little bit more work in the triceps. And if you don't really believe me, you can do it with your knees back down on the ground and you'll feel the difference. All right. What this isn't though is lifting the knee like this and then going down, because this doesn't really make much of a difference if you don't lift your leg all the way up. All right. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to do the legless option, get it all the way up. Get that knee to hip height. Okay. That's way more than 16. So technique and execution is always more important than the reps. All right, which is why I'll always favor talking about that over camera. What do we do? I forgot. Oh, we did abs. Goodness gracious. All right, if you know you want to do straight leg scissor rotations right off the bat, go for it. I'm going to start with my knees bent again and work my way up, okay? Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going to do 32. How are you doing? Halfway there. That's because I'm only counting every time I go to the right, but you should technically count both times because your obliques are working as long as your shoulder blades are off the floor. It doesn't matter if you're rotating or not. It's just different ways of counting. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So technically it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. I just didn't count that way, but if I did, you would have done I counted to 32 times 6, so it would have been 64. I can do math. My parents would be so proud of me. Okay. Oh, what am I doing standing up? I do a tricep. Oh, by the way, if you want to do chest push-ups, the same thing that I mentioned, the legs apply. If you want to have your hands nice and wide and do push-ups like this, like that, that also works. So for this variation, I'm going to do it with my legs straight. Leg straight. 1, 2, 3. Keep your ass tight so you don't hyperextend the spine. You want to be a neutral spine. It's kind of interesting. It is a little more challenging to keep the legs straight, but I don't know which is harder. I think the bent knee version actually puts a little more weight on those triceps. All right, anyways, we got 8 more. You can alternate between the two if you want. Try not to drop your head. If you can see your belly button, you've dropped your head. Look at the floor by your fingertips. 6 more. Yeah, try to keep that head and neck aligned with your spine. Last 4. Last 2. You guys are doing such a good job. We're going to definitely do lower body for this. Good. All right. Going to have you do squat jumps, but without the squat jumps, you're going to pivot on the ball of your feet. So you want to go from, this is horizontal, like a plus sign, or we want to go to the diagonal here. Back to the horizontal, on the diagonal. So step into the corner. I'm on my yoga mat, so it's a little hard. Maybe if you're on the hard floor. Pivot, pivot. Now, if you're doing the jumping version, here's your asterisk or your center squat. Pivot, pivot, pivot. It's not a real pivot anymore. You're actually jumping. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're doing 4 jumps for every full repetition. No Don't worry, I'm not counting them as one. One more round through. Good. The fact that we're staying low is what makes it work. So if you're, again, you're staying low like this, make sure you're lifting your heel to pivot on the ball of your foot. Because if you just do a step, I mean, you might have some range of motion in your hips, but you definitely don't want to risk working your knees. Okay? All right, come into a spinal balance. Yes, we're on our hands and knees again. But this time is about your spine. Lift the front leg. Reach the back arm. See if you can find your balance. Now take the front arm, reach it to the side. Try not to move anything in the rest of your body. Concentrate. Look at a dot on the floor next to your thumb. Now reach that arm that's now reaching to the side wall. Reach it back. So fingertips and toes of the opposite limbs are all reaching back. Reach it to the side again. Reach it forward and then down. So we've done all that while holding our body absolutely still and neutral spine. Extend the other leg, the back leg. Make sure you're stable first. Reach the opposite front arm forward. Find stillness first. Don't start moving the arm right away. Ab brace, pull it up and in. Now reach the arm to the side. Nothing else changes about your body. Reach that arm to the back. Side, front, and return. All right, was that enough of a break from your squats? Okay, we only got 3 minutes. Let's do it. Right here. Ready? Pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay low. 5, 6. Soft button. 7, 8. Are you tired? Let's keep pushing. 2 more sets. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Did it make it seem like you're just doing different squats, but it was actually the same squat, just facing in a different direction? Okay, here's the final challenge. You can do what we just did. This, if you want a little more challenge, tuck your toes under, get off your knees. Reach front leg. Reach front arm. Reach it to the side. Reach it to the back. Oops, there I go. Reach it to the side. Reach it to the front. Hands down. Knee down. Leg down. Okay, how do we do? Let me just tell you this. Try it. Because the worst that can happen is you'll put your knee down, you're going to put your foot down, you're going to put your arm down. You aren't going to fall on your face because there's this thing called face preservation. Before you let yourself fall on your face, you're going to put one of those other limbs down. All right? So let's try it again. Other leg now. Tuck. Knees up. Back leg close. Front arm. Concentrate. Arm to the side. Arm to the back. Arm to the side. Arm to the front. Hands down. Knee down. Leg down. Now notice I move my arms a lot faster this round. But let's try it one more time just to make sure we really have it. And then do a quick stretch. Toes under, knees up, front leg, back arm, arm side, arm back, arm side, arm forward. Arm down, knees down, leg down. Switch sides, knees up, back leg up, front arm, side, back, side, forward, arms down, knees down. All right, round that spine. Give yourself a nice cat-cow stretch. In the range of motion in the spine. Well done, well done. All right, 6 o'clock, so don't have much time to stretch here. I don't want to underestimate the importance of stretching though, so because we ran out of time today. Please do a little bit of stretching on your own. After this, I recommend at least 20 seconds of pull. So here we're stretching our quads for about 20 seconds. Good. And then the other one. We got to stretch our chest. So reaching the arms to the back, opening up that chest. Then we can do a double duty hamstring stretch and lower back stretch all at the same time. Nod your chin, dive down. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs. Drop the head, stare at your kneecaps. Reach your arms down, not because you need to touch your toes, but by reaching, you feel a little bit more across the upper back, shoulders area. It's okay if you bend your knees a little bit. You're not feeling your hamstring. All right, just roll those shoulders back. Lots of shoulders are involved when we do push-ups. So that's that. How are we doing? Thanks for joining, guys.